The 2025 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2025 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we've got a good one on our hands. Out of the North Division, the 6-3 Strasburg Express play host to the 6-3 Front Royal Cardinals. Strasburg coming off of yet another 7-inning Mercy Rule victory last evening as they took the Covington Lumberjacks down in a big way. Meanwhile, for Front Royal, they're coming off of a game that they would like to forget about. They lost 18-5 to the Winchester Royals. So both teams looking to get an advantage over the other tonight. Jackson Holcher is on the mound for the Express. Holcher making his third appearance of the summer. He's been good to this point. And the lineup he will face for Front Royal. Leading off and playing center, it's Darrell Lee. Batting second is Isaiah Frost, the left fielder. Batting third is Jake Campbell. He is the third baseman. Rest of the lineup, batting fourth is the DH Dylan Weinbrenner. Batting fifth is Caden Hessemeyer, the second baseman. Batting sixth, Figgy Figueroa, the first baseman. Batting seventh is Jackson Hill, the right fielder. Batting eighth is John Embry, the catcher. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jose Quezada. And the first pitch of the game misses for a ball at 7:03, and we're underway from First Bank Park in Strasburg. Another beautiful night for baseball in the Shenandoah Valley. Temps today in the low to mid 80s. That pitch is just missing again. 2 balls and no strikes. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching over on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you put the video quality as high as it'll go for the HD picture. 2-0 that is popped up left side in foul territory, going after it to third baseman. Still looking. It's going to stay in play, and the catch is made by Topher Jones, and that's the first out of the game here in the top of the first.
That brings to the plate the left fielder from the University of Missouri, number 7, Isaiah Frost.
Isaiah Frost will step in. He's the left fielder. Frost out of the University of Missouri. Felcher looking in for his signs. And the first pitch is low, ball 1. Numbers on the year for Holcher, 7 2/3, now 8 innings. He has 8 strikeouts and a sub 2.35 ERA. 1 ball and no strikes to Frost. He's hitting .400 on the season. That's a called strike, 1-1. Isaiah, 10 for 25 with 5 RBIs. The count is 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the first. The kick and the pitch is a breaking ball missing, 2-1. Dimensions here at First Bank Park. Straightaway center is the deepest part of the park at 365. Down the lines, it's just 300 feet. Two one. Inside 3-1. Looking at the offensive leaders in the Valley League, Strasburg, the best hitting team in the league with a .317 batting average. And get this, in just 9 games, they have 15 home runs. By far leading the league in that category. 3-1 the pitch. And that's in there 3-2. Meanwhile, for Front Royal, they come in at number 5 in the Valley League. They have just 2 home runs. Granted, they don't really play in a home run ballpark. Their batting average as a team at .265. Strasburg slugging over 500 so far. 3-2, and that is grounded to the right side. Moving to his left is Harden. Throw to first is in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first.
The third baseman from Florida A&M, number 35, Jay Campbell.
It'll bring up the third baseman, Jake Campbell. Campbell out of Florida A&M, 5'11" right-hander from Havana, Florida. Get you set with the Strasburg defense here in just a moment. The pitch is a foul into the pole, 0-1. Defense tonight for Strasburg, left to right in the outfield, McCarter, Mosley, and Castillo. In the infield, Jones at third, Bland at short, Harden at second, Anderson at first, and Payne is doing the catching. Topher Jones, somebody that is a recent arrival for the Express, and he's off to a 7-for-10 start at the plate. We'll talk about him more in the bottom of the first. 0-1 to Campbell. Check swing, called strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to the Front Royal third baseman, Jay Campbell. Jay is hitting .333 on the young campaign. He's got a home run and 9 RBIs. Holcher looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And that is high, 1-2. Front Royal off to a good start, led by their first-year manager, Mike Smith. It's not his first year in the Valley League. He spent a lot of years in Winchester, so no surprise to see the Cardinals playing well. Here's a chopper off the plate. It seems it's going to be a foul ball. Mike Smith was also an assistant at Strasburg back in, I guess, the early days. Yeah. So he's very good reputation around the league, and good to see him and the Cardinals playing well this year. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Jay Campbell here in the top of the first. 2 6-3 teams battle it out tonight. Holcher looking in, and he deals. That is a swing and a blooper into right. That is going to be down for a base hit. Castillo couldn't get there. And a bloop single for the first hit of the game here in the top of the first for Front Royal.
The DH from Salisbury University, number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner.
So 2-out hit, and it brings up the DH, Dylan Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner out of Salisbury University, 6'3" right-hander from Clarksburg, Maryland. And the pitch is a strike. Owen won the count. Weinbrenner hitting .294 with a home run and 4 RBIs. The pitch, that is outside, 1-1. Talk about Strasburg over the last couple of days after losing an absolute heartbreaker in Harrisonburg on Sunday. That was a tough one to swallow for sure. 1-1 the pitch. That is a liner into left. It's a base hit. And 2 hits in the inning for Front Royal, both with 2 outs, and the line will keep moving. Campbell moves to second on the line drive, base hit by Weinbrenner. Here's Caden Hessemeyer, the second baseman. So 2 hits here in the inning for the Cardinals. Hessemeyer, the batter out of Florida Gulf Coast from Odessa, Florida, 6-foot right-hander, 190. It really is amazing. You look at the Valley League, how many players are from the state of Florida? A ton. The pitch. And the first pitch, bottom of the zone for a called strike, 0-1. And a foul back. It's quickly 0-2. Kai Hanasaki will be on the mound tonight for the Cardinals. He's hoping that his team will give him a little bit of run support here early. The only time these two teams played, it was last week in Front Royal. Turned out to be a heck of a game, probably closer than it should have been if you ask the Express. But it was a battle. 0-2. That is a little bit inside. Looking back to that game between Strasburg and Front Royal, ended up being a 9-7 win for the Express. They scored 4 in the top of the 9th. Then Front Royal came back and scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th, left 2 runners on. Pitch is low and in the dirt, and the runners are going to move up. Second and third now on the wild pitch. But talking about the Express for a second, last 2 games, makeup game in Winchester Monday, clobbered Winchester 17-7. Strasburg once trailed in that game 4-0, and then last night all over Covington, 13-1. 30-8 outscoring opponents over their last 2 games. That pitch is a little bit up and in, 2-2. So, excuse me, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Hessemeyer, and that's high, ball 4. So all this with 2 outs. The bases are now loaded. And it'll bring up Figueroa, the first baseman.
From Florida A&M, number 8, Figueroa.
Figueroa out of Florida A&M. So there's another Florida. He's out of Orange City. So a little bit of trouble here in the inning for Holcher. He's gotten ahead of some guys, just hasn't been able to put them away. The first pitch is in there, so he gets ahead again. It's 0-1. Figueroa hitting 285. He's 6 for 21 with 1 RBI so far this year. He's a switch hitter batting from the left. Big spot early here, the 0-1. That is fouled back. Well, here we go again. He's quickly ahead 0-2. So pitch count mounting. You know, you think back to Holcher, he had 2 quick outs within the first 10 pitches. He works from the windup, looking for a punch out to get through this half inning. The 0-2 is a swing and a foul towards the Cardinals dugout. We'll do it again at 0-2. Other games around the Valley League tonight. Woodstock is trailing early at home against Purcellville, 5-0. Winchester leading Culpeper 2-0, bottom 1. Harrisonburg on top of Covington 2-1, bottom 2, and Newmarket and Waynesboro scoreless in the top of the first. 0-2 the count to Figueroa, the Front Royal first baseman. A lot of shaking off going on the mound for Holcher. 0-2, and a swing and a miss. Got him to go after a fastball off the plate, and that'll do it in the first. A little bit of trouble for Holcher, but he gets out of the jam. Front Royal strands 3, and we go to the bottom of the first. Express look to keep their hot bats going when we return on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Express coming to bat, and they will face the right-hander Kai Hanasaki. Lineup for Strasburg, leading off and playing second base, it's Tanner Harden. Batting second is Brett Mosley. He is the center fielder. Batting third, Topher Jones, the third baseman. Batting fourth and doing the catching is Jacob Payne. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jack Anderson. Batting sixth and playing left, it's Jake McCarter. Seventh is the DH, Christian De Los Santos. Batting eighth and playing right, it's Eddie Castillo. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Perrin Bland. First pitch is a hit-by pitch as Harden gets hit. And Leadoff man is on. First pitch of the bottom of the first.
From Ole Miss, number 44, Brett Mosley.
Didn't have time to introduce Mr. Harden. He's out of Wofford from Union, South Carolina. And he comes in with a scorching batting average of .320. Here's Mosley. Brett Mosley, the center fielder out of Ole Miss, and he is hitting .347 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Tonight would be a good night for him to hit number 5. The first pitch, outside, ball 1. Now for Hanasaki, he's thrown 2 1/3 this year, no strikeouts and an ERA of 11.59. And he's in some trouble already after the first pitch, hit by pitch, and a check to first, Harden back in. Hanasaki out of Mississippi Valley State University. Want to know the count to the center fielder, Brett Mosley. Swinging a ground ball, it's going to be foul, first base side. Defense tonight behind Hanasaki. In the outfield, Frost in left, Lee in center, Hill is in right. Campbell at third, Quezada at short, Hessemeyer at second, Figueroa at first, and Embry is doing the catching. Today, Brett Mosley was named the North Division Hitter of the Week by the Valley League. Another throw to first. Ooh, close play over there. Harden just back in safely. Pretty good throw over there and a little bit of a lean by Harden. It's 1-1. Strasburg, over the last couple of games on the road, they have been clobbering the ball out of the ballpark, especially Josh Ebay, who is not playing tonight. He's hit some home runs, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Mosley goes after a breaking ball. Might have been a split change there by Hanasaki, 1-2. Had Topher Jones, who is 7 for 10 so far to start his Express career. He hit a home run yesterday. Jack Anderson with a home run. Landon Beaver, he's also not in the lineup tonight. 1-2. That is inside off the glove of the catcher. And moving to second is Harden. Don't know what happened there. A little bit of a miscatch by Embry. It'll be scored a pass ball, and the runner moves into scoring position in Harden. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mosley. The pitch, outside, 3-2. Topher Jones, the third baseman, is on deck for Strasburg. Jones out of Pearl River Community College. Big pitch here for Hanasaki, trying to get his first out of the ball game. Meanwhile, Mosley, his main job here is to try to get the runner over to third. 3-2 payoff pitch is a swing and a foul into the Cardinal dugout. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, pitching-wise for these two teams, Front Royal comes in with the second best ERA in the league at 4.39. That's even after they gave up 15-plus runs last night. 3-2, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Mosley down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Topher Jones making his home Express debut tonight. Yeah, Mosley was out in front there. He was looking for the heat, and he got something off speed, possibly a changeup or a split. So that's the first out of the first inning. Here's Jones batting from the right side here. 6'2" right-hander. And he swings and grounds one to the left side. It's through for a base hit. Harden is being held at third here. And the Express have men at the corners with just 1 out, and now 8 for 11 is Jones. Just a ridiculous start offensively. Got the first pitch and hit it to the left side between Campbell and Quezada. All right, here's Jacob Payne, the catcher. Payne is out of the University of Toledo. good opportunity here to get Strasburg on the board. Just got to stay out of the double play. And the first pitch is fouled back. It's 0-1.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. In exchange, you'll get a free spot.
Payne is hitting .333 so far this year, 5 for 15 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Does have good power. He's had some good swings this year that just haven't left the ballpark. That is inside, ball 1. So a leadoff hit by pitch to start the inning. Then a strikeout of Mosley in a 3-2 count, and then a first pitch base hit by Jones. So first and third, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is in there. Good pitch there from Hanasaki. It is 1-2. I guess you could say the one Achilles heel for the offense this year has been, besides the last 2 games, when men get on base, especially bases loaded, no outs. 1-2, runner goes. The pitch is up the middle, and now they've got the runner. Oh, going to check to first, keeping his foot on the bag. Nice play over there by Figueroa. And they get the out. So getting to second is Jones as he was moving on the pitch. It'll be a 1-3 put out, and there are 2 outs.
The first baseman from James Madison.
Almost a disaster there for the Cardinals. Figueroa came off the bag nicely on that throw that almost airmailed him, or was airmailed by Hanasaki. Thought Harden was going to get in a rundown for their second and third. That's a big second out. Here's Anderson. He takes low, ball 1. So Front Royal in a position to possibly strand a couple here, just as Strasburg did in the top of the inning. Going to have to get through JMU's Jack Anderson first. Anderson out of Medina, Minnesota. And he swings and hits one off the end of the bat. It's going to be gobbled up by Campbell. His throw to first is in time. And Strasburg strands 2 here in the bottom of the first. We're through 1 and going to the second. No score here on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. No score from Strasburg as we go to the top of the second inning. Cardinals will send up Hill, Embry, and Quezada. First pitch is in there. Correction, ball 1. Jackson Hill, the leadoff man out of the University of Texas, Arlington. Left-hander. And he pops it up left side. Jones giving it a look. This time it's not going to stay playable. It's 1-1. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Hill batting .240 with a couple of RBIs and 25 at-bats. Popped up, this one is going to be playable. Let's see if Jones can get there. He can't find it. Now he gets turned around in foul territory. Our second foul out of the ball game in just an inning and a third. Foul out to third. And that is hit high in the air, and this ball's going to be gone. John Embry, the catcher, makes it 1-0 here in the top of the second. Crushed off the bat, and no question about it. Third hit of the game for the Cardinals, and Front Royal with an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Embry, the catcher out of Florida Gulf Coast University. Big swing there.
Now batting the shortstop from San Diego State, number 15, Josh Quezada.
And for Embry, came in hitting .308. So 1-0 Cardinals. Here's the 9-hitter Quezada, and that misses low, ball 1. Quezada out of San Diego State University, 5'10" left-hander. Guess where he's from? Lakeland, Florida. The 1-0. That is in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Front Royal wearing their visiting red uniforms tonight with the white lettering and numbering. American flag on the back of the jersey. Cardinals with their longtime logo on the sleeve. That is fouled back. It's 1-2. Gray pants with red piping. And for the Express, it's hard to describe these jerseys they wear at home sometimes. The white, the purple, and the black. First half on the top is white. Bottom half is striping or coloring of black and purple. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. And the count is 2-2. Express wearing their white pants. As always, they don't have gray pants. They just wear white. Washing machines are used frequently here in Strasburg during the summer. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from the right-hander, Holcher. And that is his second strikeout of the game. Lineup flips back to the top for the Cardinals with 2 outs here in the second. It's Darrell Lee who fouled out to third, his only time up. Home plate umpire going to call time and try to dust off home plate. So 1-0 Cardinals, a solo home run by the catcher John Embry. And really there wasn't a question about it off the bat. First pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Both teams stranding 2 in the first inning. But the Cardinals getting 1 run here in the second. That is low and in the dirt, 1-1. Well, if you're Strasburg, you'd love to get 3 or 4 innings out of Holcher tonight. Pitch count is already creeping up there, though. This will be the 40th pitch through an inning and 2/3. And it's fouled off, and he's a strike away from sending this to the bottom of the second inning. One ball and 2 strikes. And that is low and in the dirt, 2-2. Two and two to the Front Royal center fielder Darrell Lee, and that misses 3-2. Well, we saw the first inning. Holcher was able to get 2 quick outs. got Lee and Frost. Then he gave up a hit to Campbell, a hit to Weinbrenner, walked Hessemeyer, and then struck out Figueroa, 3-2. That is popped up. Oh, are we going to have another foul out here? Topher Jones over there. He's got room. The third foul out to third base in 2 innings. I think it's official. That's a new record as we go to the bottom of the second. Front Royal gets a run, and they lead at 1-0. We'll be back after this on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Jake McCarter, the left fielder, leads off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the second inning. McCarter out of High Point University. He will lead off. He'll be followed by Christian De Los Santos and Eddie Castillo here in the home half of the second inning for the Express. Trailing 1-0, and they left 2 men on base in the first. The pitch, swing and a miss. One thing about it with Hanasaki is not a lot of straight pitches. It's a lot of drop. You've got the split. You've got maybe a cutter of some sort. So Strasburg's going to have to wait back a little bit. That's popped up in the infield. Way up there, Quezada is going to be called off. It finally drops down. The one-hand catch by Campbell. McCarter was nearly to second base, and there is one out.
The DH from Seminole State College, number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
All right, here's Christian De Los Santos. De Los Santos has been swinging the bat well ever since that game in Harrisonburg. He's out of Seminole State College from Miami, Florida. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. De Los Santos hitting .259, swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Of everybody in the lineup, it's surprising that he doesn't have a home run yet. But when it starts, I think it's going to be, they're going to come in bunches. That's fouled back. Got to remember, De Los Santos coming off of a major injury. And getting more at-bats is key to getting your swing going. I think we're starting to see that here. But he is behind in the count 0-2 in this spot. And he goes after a ball in the dirt and strikes out. 2 outs here in the second.
The right fielder from the University of New Orleans, number 3, Eddie Castillo.
To bring up Eddie Castillo, the right fielder. I think this is his first home game since last year. He's played a couple of times on the road. He's back in the lineup here tonight, batting 8th and playing right. Castillo out of the University of New Orleans. And that is high. He hails from Tallahassee, Florida. His first game of the year was against Front Royal. He hit a home run in that game to left field. That's inside. He also made a diving play in right field, and he scored on a sac fly from second base on a ball that got away. He hustled home, and he's in a hitter's count here, 2-0. And he hits it in the air to left field. Does it have enough? It does. And Castillo makes a bang in his return to Strasburg as he hits a home run to left and ties this game up at 1 here in the bottom of the second. Right off the Sager Real Estate banner out there. And it's 1-1 here in the second.
That hit the Sager side, not the CNA Honda, but given it's their night, he gets a steak dinner for that.
So Castillo in a 2-0 count hits a home run. And here's Perrin Bland, the shortstop out of the Trojans of Troy. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball 1. That's, again, I talk about it all the time. You fall behind in the count, it puts you in a vulnerable spot. And right there, Castillo got one that he liked. 1-0 to Bland. And that's a called strike, 1-1. Bland out of Meridian, Mississippi. 1-1. And he chops one left side. It is a foul ball. And thankfully it is a foul ball for the Cardinals as Campbell threw that one away past the first baseman into the netting, and the count is 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Perrin Bland. And that misses, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second. And the pitch. And a chopper left side again. This is a foul ball again. So we will do it again as Bland battles with the right-hander Hanasaki. One our score. Just underway, bottom of the second. A home run by Eddie Castillo is second of the year. And now a 2-2 count to the 9-hitter Perrin Bland, the shortstop. And a high fly into left center. He got under it. Frost is over there, and he makes the catch. And the half inning comes to a close. 1 run on 1 hit. A home run by Eddie Castillo ties it up. Through 2. We go to the third. We're back after this on the Express Baseball Network.
Frost.
1-1 is our score. Welcome back to Strasburg. Kyle Gutschall with you. On the 11th of June in 2025, the Cardinals And the Express tied at 1. It'll be Isaiah Frost leading off the third inning for Front Royal. He grounded out to second his only time up. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Jackson Holcher back to the mound for his third inning of work. Quickly 0-2 as Frost goes after one out of the zone. So it's 0-2. Jay Campbell is on deck. And the pitch, that is outside. See if Holcher tries to bury one down and in here and get the swing and miss. The righty kicks and deals, and that is a ground ball up the middle past him. Fielded and off the glove of the second baseman, Harden. He goes falling down. And an E4 will be charged to the Express to lead off the top of the third.
Third baseman, number 35, Jay Campbell.
First error of the game for the Express, and it puts the runner on first. Here's Jay Campbell. Checked the first ball. Luckily, got jammed in between Frost and the ground, or that ball might have trickled away. Looking for the double play ball. Campbell with a base hit his first time up. Now time is called. They're going to throw the baseball out and get a new one. Have to get our authenticator on that to make sure that they can put the official Valley League authentication on there. Good lead at first. Probably be going soon. Pitch is tad bit high. 1-0. Isaiah Frost at first. He's got a respectable lead. He gets another half step. Does not go, and that's a swing and a miss. Pretty good velocity on that fastball. 1-1. Holcher comes set. He will check the first and back in safely. One ball, one strike, nobody out, top of the third. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second, and he is he dropped. Did he drop the ball? No, he didn't. But they say he's safe regardless. Looked like he slid right into the tag to me, but it'll be a stolen base for Frost. Count is 1-2 though to Campbell. I mean, that throw again, it looked like he slid right into the tag. Thought he called him safe because he dropped it, but he didn't drop it. That's fouled back. It's still 1-2. Holcher sets, looking for the punch out here, and it's high and off the glove of the catcher. Payne, I don't think he realized that he dropped it. And moving to third is Frost. It's like he didn't react. It's going to be another pass ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corners are going to play in here and try to keep the runner at third, but this is going to be a tough spot for the Express to try to get out of. Going to need a strikeout. And there it is, swing and a miss. Campbell goes down on strikes, and that's the first out here in the third inning.
DH, number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner.
It'll bring up the DH for the Cardinals, Dylan Weinbrenner. He singled his first time up. Corners will remain in, or at least even with the bag. Now they're going to. And that looks like that's going to be it for Holcher. No signal yet, but Phil Betterly coming out to talk to him. Bullpen gate seems to be opening down there. Still hadn't been a signal. Maybe, yeah, they're looking down there. So this is going to be it for Holcher. Well, let's see here. Still out there talking. And they are going to the bullpen. Tell you about the new pitcher after this. New pitcher for Strasburg. Back to baseball, top of the third, one out. It's the left-hander Dawson Coe. Cardinals with the go-ahead run at third, and the first pitch is up and in, ball one. Batter is Dylan Weinbrenner, DH. Singled his first time up, back in the first. Runner at third is the responsibility of Jackson Holcher. Coe gets a swing and a miss. Dylan, through an inning and 2/3, has 4 strikeouts. ERA inflated at 10+. Limited action so far. Left-hander looks in for his signs. He comes set. Working from the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball high, ball 2. Dawson Coe out of Georgia Southern University, 6'1" from Covington, Georgia. He can say, I went to Covington last night. It was just a different Covington. That is a long trek. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's fouled away, 2-2. A battle of 2 6-3 teams here tonight in this ball game. A 3-way tie for first in the North Division. Strasburg, Front Royal, and Woodstock. However, Woodstock was getting beat up earlier when we checked on it. River Bandits trail 5-0 in the 5th. Big pitch here, 2-2 to Weinbrenner. And that is down and in on a changeup. It's 3-2. Caden Hessemeyer, the second baseman's on deck. Three-two. And a liner to short. Bland makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. So he hit it right at him. And there are 2 outs. So a big play there. And now out away are the Express of getting out of this jam. So Hessemeyer will step up. All right. Hessemeyer steps in, trying to cash in for the Cardinals with 2 outs. He fouls it back. It's 0-1. This inning started on an E4, then a stolen base, then a pass ball. Got him to third with nobody out. Strikeout for Campbell, and a line out by Weinbrenner. 0-1 for Hessemeyer. Coe sets at the belt, and he delivers. That is high, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Coe lines up on the right side of the rubber. Kind of a closed stance, and then he deals a swing and a miss, high and out of the zone possibly. Blew it right by him, and he's 1 strike away from getting out of this jam here in the 2nd. Make it the 3rd. He looks in for his signs. Payne lays him down. He comes set at the belt. Runner at third, 2 outs. And the 1-2. And a foul back, and we'll do it again as the ball bounces back. I think it might have hit the plate. Not a lot of pace to this game so far. About 51 minutes in, and we're playing with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. 1-2 again. Breaking ball, fouled off. And it's back onto the field. It hits the pole. No movement out there with our flag in left center. A little bit of breeze on up here in the press box. Not sure about the field level, but yeah, we have unnatural breeze, electricity. The 1-2 once again, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the Express get out of it. Front Royal gets a man to third with nobody out and can't move him. We're through two and a half and going to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 is our score. We're back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg, we go to the bottom of the third. Tanner Harden, who was hit by a pitch on the first pitch he saw tonight, is in there for a strike, 0-1. Harden was stranded at third back in the first inning. 0-1. And he takes, a called strike, 0-2. So Harden falls behind on that one. Not much you're going to do with that. Out of Wofford. And the pitch from Hanasaki is up and in, 1-2. And fouled off. Still 1-2. And outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two with nobody out, bottom of the third. Hanasaki comes set and delivers. And a chopper first base side, foul. And a chopper to the right side. Waiting back on it is Hessemeyer and just barely gets him in time. Good hustle there from Harden. He's the first out here in the first. Here's Brett Mosley, the center fielder. Struck out on a 3-2 breaking ball, maybe a changeup his first time up. And the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Fouled off by Mosley. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. .40 pitches for Hanasaki through 2 1/3. 26 for strikes. And the 1-1's off the plate, 2-1. His line so far, he's gone 2 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Hasn't walked anybody. Did hit a man, but didn't score on him. He's got a couple of punch outs. 2 balls and a strike, and Mosley hits a line drive into right center field. It'll be down for a base hit. He takes a round, turn around first, and he will hold there. So a 1-out single for Mosley, and the 3rd hit of the game for the Express as it brings Topher Jones to the plate. Jones, back in the first, saw 1 pitch and singled between the 5 and 6 hole on the left side of the infield. He's now 8 for 11 to start the season. And he takes up and in, ball 1. Mosley is a guy that is not afraid to take off. 1-0. And he fouls it out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. One is our score. Low scoring affair to this point. Both teams with 3 hits. Strasburg leaving 2 men on base in the first. Cardinals doing the same, 1-1. That's down and away. Cardinals have left 4 on base. They actually left the bases loaded in the first. 2 balls and a strike to Jones. Hanasaki keeping an eye on the runner at first, and he delivers. Runner does not go, and it's popped up. Just got under it. Frost will come in. Lee will come in. Quezada will make the catch, and there are 2 outs. So Jones is retired. And with 2 outs, the catcher Jacob Payne in the cleanup spot will step in. So a big second out there after Jones was in a 2-1 count. And a throw over. Mosley back in. Ball was nearly thrown away.
If you don't, we have one here in the press box.
Pitch to Payne. Runner goes. It's a swing and a miss. Throw to second, and out is Mosley. Great throw down by the catcher, Embry. Mosley caught stealing, and that'll do it in the third. We remain tied through 3. We're going to the 4th. Cardinals up to bat when we return on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Back to baseball, we go to the top of the 4th. Cardinals up to bat in a 1-1 game as Coe starts his first inning of work. Full inning of work, and that's fouled away by Figgy Figueroa, who struck out swinging his first time up. Final line for Jackson Holcher. He goes 2 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run. Walked 1 and struck out 3. Coe got the last 2 outs last half inning with the runner at third and 1 out, a line out and a strikeout. 0-1, a hard hit, grounder, left side, base hit. And the 4th hit of the game for the Cardinals will put the leadoff man on here in inning number 4. Brings up Jackson Hill, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 18, Jackson Hill.
Just the 7th hit of the year for Figueroa there. Lefty-lefty matchup. Let's see if he shows bunt. He does not, and he takes a breaking ball, maybe a slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Hill has 0 for 1. He fouled out to third, his only time up. One of the 3 foul outs through the first 2 innings. Very little lead at first. The pitch is fouled back. It's quickly 0-2. That's the advantage of having a left-hander on the mound. You can really keep an eye on that runner at first and try to limit their lead in their secondary. Sometimes you'll have them going back to the base when you're pitching the ball. And then makes a play at second that much easier. 0-2. And another breaking ball. This one skied in the air to left. Playable for McCarver. He makes the catch, and there is 1 out in the top of the 4th. Brings up John Embry, the catcher. He hit a home run his first time up.
The catcher, number 31, John Embry.
Embry, on the first pitch he saw from Holcher, drilled it out to left center off of our building out there. Or was it over the building? Okay. So the building was just a spectator watching it. Nothing says you can't get him to hit a ground ball double play here. First pitch, swing and a miss. Pulled the string, got him to go after a changeup. It's 0-1. Bland playing short tonight. Harden at second up the middle, 0-1. That is not a bad pitch, just missing. Looked worse than it was because Embry kind of turned out of the way. One. Keeping it on the runner is Coe, and he deals. Breaking ball way outside, 2-1. Score updates around the Valley League. Top of the 6th, Harrisonburg leading Covington 2-1. Bottom of the 6th, Purcellville leading Woodstock 5-0. Waynesboro on top of Newmarket 5-0 in the 3rd. 2-1. And that hit him. And the Cardinals have first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th for the 9-hitter, Josh Quezada.
Shortstop, number 15, Josh Quezada.
Quezada with a punch out his first time up. Stanton leading Charlottesville 3-0 top 3, and Culpeper leading Winchester 4-3 in the top of the 5th. The other left-handed batter here with another one on deck. The pitch, breaking ball high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes to Quezada. That's in the dirt, and the runners will move up. Second and third. And still just 1 out, so the Express are going to have to try to tightrope out of another jam here. Code just not throwing enough strikes right now. Two balls and no strikes. Corners will play in just as they did last inning when they got out of the jam. Base hit could give the Cardinals a 2-run lead. That is a nice breaking ball that falls in there. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Coe was able to get out of it last half inning when he came in for Holcher. Even more difficult here with 2 men on at second and third with just 1 out instead of just a man at third. He is facing a lefty. The pitch, and that's low. 3-1. Top of the lineup is next, Darrell Lee, who has fouled out to third base twice so far tonight. If he does it a third time, I'm packing up and leaving. There's no way. 3-1. That is ball 4. So a hit by pitch, a walk, and a single in the inning. The bases are loaded with 1 out for Lee. meeting at the mound. Be right back. All right, bases loaded and 1 out. Big spot here in this game. Top of the 4th in a 1-1 game. Darrell Lee, the left-handed hitter and the leadoff man for Front Royal, steps in. The pitch. Breaking ball. He gets in for a strike, getting ahead in the count. Always important, and he does it here. Last lefty or hitters ago, Hill, he threw that pitch 3 times. He got the fly out in the 0-2 count. 0-1. Goes with the fastball. Beautiful pitch. Just missing. 1-1. I mean, that's a great spot as a pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Figueroa at third, Embry at second, Quezada at first. The pitch, that is high and away, 2-1. Last thing you want to do is start the walk parade. We've seen plenty of that this year with the Express. Last night an exception, just 1 walk in the game, and that came pretty much at the end of the game. We've seen a hit by pitch and a walk this inning. Two one, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. 2-2, good pitch there from Dawson Coe, the left-hander. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bases full of Cardinals here in the top of the 4th. I think you flip that breaking ball up here and you get the swing and a miss. 2-2, fastball, swing and a miss. And he does get the punch out, just on a little bit of a different pitch, but it's the same effect. A big strikeout there for Coe, and there are 2 outs, and Isaiah Frost will step in. Another left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2, ground out in the first, reached on an error, and was stranded at third, back in the third. Coe comes set, lefty looking in, and he delivers. Breaking ball, a little bit high, ball 1. One thing I've noticed this year about the strike zones, they've actually gotten tighter for the most part than what I'm used to seeing in past years. 1-0. And that's a good one. That falls in. I guess the other question could be, could that be part of the reason we're seeing walks so high this year? Universally around the league, walks are just absolutely out of control. 1-1, and the pitch. That must have been high, 2-1. I mean, if you're a hitter right now, you be patient. We've seen Front Royal be very patient tonight. I know they've struck out a few times and have stranded men on base, but they have taken a lot of pitches. Give them credit for that. 2-1, that's high, and just like that, a ball away from walking in the run. Wouldn't be shocked to see Frost be very conservative here and try to keyhole one, especially lefty-lefty. And with a tight zone, I don't know if you want to help him out too much. I would be very passive here. 3-1, the pitch. And that's low, ball 4. So after all this, a run does come in to score, bases loaded walk, and it's 2-1 Front Royal. So another walk for the Express. Second of the inning. Third, if you include the hit by pitch. Figueroa comes in to score, and a visit to the mound here, and the Express apparently going to the bullpen again. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after this. Pitching change for Strasburg, 2 outs and the bases loaded. It's Bryce Mitchell, the right-hander. And the first pitch is down and away. Ball 1. One-oh. And a high fly, he got under it, left field, and that's going to do it here in the inning. The catch is made, and the Cardinals get just 1 run. They leave the bases loaded for the second time. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Cardinals on the Express Baseball Network. Two to one Cardinals as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Fourth inning of work for Kai Hanasaki, and Jacob Payne leads off and takes a breaking ball for a ball, 1-0. It'll be Payne, Anderson, and McCarter due up for the Express. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Front Royal. And that is hit in the air, he missed it. Comes Frost flying in, still coming in, calling him off as Quezada, the shortstop. And he makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Strasburg 1 run on 3 hits with 1 error. So the offense has died down compared to the 30 runs over the last 2 games they had scored. 30 runs in 14 innings, too, which is pretty ridiculous. The first pitch to Anderson is outside, ball 1. And in the dirt, 2-0. Good hitters count here for the third baseman, or first baseman tonight, and a ground ball to short. Quezada will throw to first in time, and 2 outs. 2 quick outs. Here's McCarter, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 8, Jake McCarter.
So Jake McCarter popped out to third his only time up. Strasburg trying to get in the groove here. And another first pitch swing, a comebacker, and a quick inning, a 1-3 put out. And that'll do it in the fourth. Cardinals lead it 2-1. We're going to the fifth, and we're back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Two to one Cardinals as we go to the top of the fifth inning. 4, 5, and 6, Weinbrenner, Hessemeyer, and Figueroa due up for Front Royal, facing Bryce Mitchell. And Mitchell, first pitch, nearly hit him, ball 1. Mitchell came in the last half inning with a bases loaded jam and got a fly out by Jay Campbell, keeping it a 2-1 game, and then Strasburg 1-2-3 inning in about 5 pitches. That's nearly to the backstop, 2-0.
This is for the dirtiest car in the parking lot.
Good hitters count here for Weinbrenner. 1 for 2 with a base hit and a line out. He's hit it hard a couple of times. And he swings and fouls it back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Some games around Major League Baseball today. Baltimore leads Detroit 3-1, bottom 7. Mets lead the Nationals 4-0. Rays and Red Sox tied at 3. 2-1 and leadoff hit by pitch. So Weinbrenner will reach. And Hesselmeyer will step up with a man at first and nobody out.
26, Caden Hesselmeyer.
Yankees lead the Royals 5-0. Rangers on top of the Twins 2-0. Astros lead the White Sox 3-0. Pirates beat the Marlins earlier 5-2. Guardians beat the Reds 11-2. Braves beat the Brewers 6-2. Outside 1-0. Blue Jays beat the Cardinals 5-2. Diamondbacks beat the Mariners 5-2. Dodgers beat the Padres 5-2. Phillies beat the Cubs 7-2. 1-0 the count to Hesselmeyer, and that is fouled back 1-1. Pitcher Bryce Mitchell is out of Bucknell University. 6-foot righty from Damascus, Maryland. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Big lead. He finally steps off and they call a balk. I thought they did. So apparently just a stolen base there for Weinbrenner. Thought they called a balk, but the count is 1-1, and that is a ground ball foul. Again, in that situation right there, Weinbrenner should have been out by a mile. If you're Mitchell, and I don't know if it just wasn't being communicated enough clearly in the, in the heat of the moment there, but you got to step off, you got to check the runner, and it should be an easy pickoff. 1-2, he's got a big lead out there again, the pitch, and a breaking ball falls in for a called strike 3. Good pitch there from Bryce Mitchell as he gets the strikeout, and it's the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Number 8, Figueroa.
Brings up the first baseman, Figueroa. 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a single, and a run scored tonight. Bats from the left side here for Front Royal. So the advantage that the Express had when Coe was out there, they don't have that anymore because of the righty-lefty matchup. That's low, throw back to second, and it hits the runner. So not only was he hit by a pitch, but now he's hit by the throw. Count is 1-0 as that first pitch was called ball 1. What are the odds of that? Going back to the base and it gets you. Does he have a magnet under the jersey right now? 1-0 the count to Figueroa. And a ground ball to second. Harden stays down. He will set and throw to first. There are 2 outs. Moving to third is Weinbrenner. And Jackson Hill will try to come up big for the Cardinals and get him an insurance run here in the top of the 5th. This kind of has the feel of the game, our last home game against Winchester. Strasburg trailed 1-0 all the way to the 7th. Then they trailed 3-0 before scoring 5 in the bottom of the 7th. And 2 in the bottom of the 8th to win it 7-3. The pitch to Hill. That is right down the chute for a strike. Mitchell gets ahead. It's 0-1. And that's down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a little bit inside. Mitchell can't believe it. 2-1. Runner at third. Front Royal, they've left 7 on so far. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. They left 3 men on base in the first, 1 in the third, and 3 more in the fourth. In danger of leaving another here. Express trail 2-1, top of the 5th. 2-2, the pitch, and ball 3, 3-2. It's funny because really, I mean, this game with the strike zone is a hitter's kind of game, and it's a 2-1 game. That is fouled, left side, and out of play. Not going to allow Topher Jones to get to that one. So the count is still 3-2, and that would have been the second foul out of the game for Hill too. He was one of the 3 tonight. So that would have made 2 players with 2 foul outs to third in the same game. But it didn't happen, not yet. 3-2, and that is inside, ball 4. And another walk for the Express, and the inning will continue for Front Royal.
Now batting number 31, John Embry.
And not the guy you want to walk to get to, and John Embry, a home run in the second, hit by a pitch in the fourth. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Beautiful night for baseball in the Valley Baseball League. The North Division, 6-3 Express and the 6-3 Cardinals. Front Royal leading 2-1, top 5 with men at the corners. And 2 outs. Check to first and back in safely is Hill. So that's 4 walks and 2 hit by pitches. So 6 free passes so far, and then you can include the error. The pitch, swing and a foul tip. He was trying to hit another home run, but it hangs in the glove, held onto by Payne, 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitchell sets and deals, and a swing and a miss. Got him to go after a breaking ball. It's 1-2. A pitch away from getting out of it here in the top half of the 5th. Looks in for the signs, and another check to first, nearly thrown away. I think if he steals, you let him go. I don't think you risk it. How many times have we seen it? That's a swing and a miss, and we don't even have to worry about it. Mitchell works through some danger in the top of the 5th and keeps this a 2-1 game. The Cardinals leave 2 more men on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Express coming up right after this. 2-1 Front Royal as we go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 to De Los Santos, and he gets hit by a pitch, and a leadoff hit by a pitch will start the bottom of the fifth for Strasburg.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Eddie.
So Castillo will step up with the tying run at first and nobody out. Eddie with a home run to left his first time up. He's got 2 home runs this year and 10 at-bats, both of them against Front Royal. The pitch. Outside, great pick by the catcher. And back in safely is De Los Santos. Embry's been good tonight, offensively and defensively. So it's 1 ball and no strikes to Castillo. And another check to first, nearly thrown away. "56 pitches for Hanasaki through 4+ innings. Number 57 here. Down and away, 2-0, and is he running out of gas here? That's the question. Do have some activity down in the Cardinal bullpen. Multiple guys down there, hard to see who. It's actually, looks like maybe number 37 getting hot. We'll update you on that. 2-0, down and away again, 3-0. Number 37 is Grant Francisco out of Long Island U. So he is getting hot down there for the Cardinals. 6'6" right-hander. 3-0, Castillo will be taking all the way as the Cardinals motion down to the bullpen to say, hurry up, Grant, warm up. Quicker, quicker. It's a called strike, 3-1. Thing about it here, one pitch can make or break for Hanasaki. He could get a ground ball double play or he could give up a 2-run home run. And a pop-up right side into no man's land. That's going to be foul off of the glove of the first baseman Figueroa, and he was running straight into the Bermuda Triangle down the right field line just in foul territory. He went and tried to make the over-the-shoulder catch. It drops foul, and somehow Castillo's still alive right here. That would have been a heck of a play. The count is 3-2. Don't think Castillo, or excuse me, De Los Santos will be moving here. A lot of room on the right side of the infield if Castillo can drive it that way. 3-2, runner does not go. It's in the dirt. Now he does go, and it's ball 4. And I think that might just be it for Hanasaki if they have enough time to get the next arm ready. Time is called by Clark County, former Clark County baseball player Colby Childs, who is an assistant coach for the Cardinals. So he's going to go out and stall for the bullpen. So first and second, and nobody out for the Express as Perrin Bland, the shortstop, will step up. We'll be right back after this meeting to the mound adjourns. So meeting at the mound is over, and Cardinals are not going to the bullpen. Hanasaki is still going to remain in the game. They just seems like they've waited too long to get anybody going in the pen, and now kind of paying the price a little bit. Here's Perrin Bland, the shortstop. See if he goes to sacrifice. He does not. The first pitch is inside, ball 1. Again, Bland out of Troy. Fly out to left his only time up. Hit by a pitch and a walk here in the inning for the Express. 1-0 to Perrin Bland. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So we'll see if this could be the last hitter for Hanasaki. 1-1. And that's down the chute, 1-2. Top of the lineup is next for the Express and Tanner Harden. Ball and 2 strikes. And a chopper left side. Going to go to first, the only play, and it acts as a sacrifice as runners move up to second and third. Wasn't hit particularly hard, so it allowed the runners to move up 5-3 on the putout.
Second baseman, number 9, Tanner Harden.
And the tying and go-ahead runs are in the scoring position, and here comes Mike Smith. That's going to be it for the right-hander Kai Hanasaki. Cardinals go to the pen. We'll tell you about the new hurler right after this on the Express Baseball Network. All right, big spot here in this ball game. 2-1 Cardinals, but the Express threatening, and Front Royal is going to play the infield halfway, it appears. Middle infielders are not all the way in. New pitcher, the tall right-hander Grant Francisco, and he'll face the top of the lineup here. First pitch is ball 1. Tanner Harden 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and a ground out tonight. So Francisco comes into the game here in a tough spot. Out of Long Island University, 6'6", 230, the 1-0. And a ground ball to third, and they're going to keep the runners at bay. Throw to first is in time, and there are 2 outs.
Center fielder, number 44, Brett Mosley.
So Brett Mosley is going to have to come up with a big knock here. Infield was playing about in and right to the third baseman Campbell. So Mosley can't get it done that time. There are 2 outs. Mosley 1 for 2, singled his last time up and was later caught stealing. Strasburg down 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on second and third are the responsibility of Kai Hanasaki as the umpires move to get into proper position. And now Mosley will step in. Numbers on the year for Francisco, 1 2/3, 1 strikeout, and a 5.39 ERA. Mosley takes in the dirt, ball 1. This inning started with a leadoff hit by pitch. We've already seen 1 leadoff hit by pitch tonight for the Express, not resulting in a run because it wasn't a walk, it was hit by a pitch, and that messes with the numbers there. 1-0 the count. Mosley takes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Topher Jones, the third baseman's on deck. He's 1 for 2 tonight. We've seen Mosley this year when he gets ahead and he gets a fastball, he hits it way out there in one of the fields. 2-0. And he takes for a called strike. I think he's regretting that a little bit. 2-1. Francisco looking to get a couple of big outs here and keep his team in front. 2-1. In there for a called strike. 2-2.
Did you win the 50-50? Yeah. Yeah, you take it down to the train station. We gift shop down there. So what?
2-2. Long hold in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll do it in the 5th. Strasburg strands 2 more. We go to the 6th inning. Cardinals lead 2-1. John Hildreth will take over for Strasburg as we go to the top of the 6th. And he will face the 9-hitter Josh Kazeta. And the first pitch is a stinger to second, fielded on a hop. And the throw to first by Harden is in time. A first pitch hard hit grounder by Kazeta. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Center fielder number 1, Darrell Lee.
Brings up Darrell Lee, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3. The pitch. That's in there, 0-1. So Judd Hildreth taking over here. He is out of Florida Southwestern State, 5'10" right-hander from Bradenton, Florida. 0-1, and that is called a ball. Numbers on the year for him: 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, and no ERA. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to batter number 1, and that misses 2-1. Front Royal 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors, and Strasburg 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. Express 30 runs over the last 14 innings coming in, and they have just 1 here tonight. 2-1. And that is called ball 3. And a chopper. This is going to be a tough play. Charging first baseman. He can't get it out of his glove. Throw to first, not in time. And a base hit. First hit of the game for Lee as he beats it out. And the Cardinals have a man on board here in the 6th inning.
Left fielder, number 7, Isaiah Frost.
All right, here's Isaiah Frost. Frost is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, a bases loaded walk back in the 4th, which is the difference maker. First pitch misses, so he's got an RBI tonight. One and 0. That's in there, 1-1. We've got one other low-scoring game around the league. Harrisonburg leading Covington 2-1, bottom 8. Check to first. It's low, but picked out nicely by Anderson. Looking for the double play ball and try to get the offense back onto the field for Strasburg if you're Hildreth. And that's a called strike, 1-2. Both teams with 1 run in the 2nd inning, a home run for Front Royals John Embry, and then a run in the bottom of the 2nd, home run by Strasburg's Eddie Castillo. Bases loaded walk in the 4th for the Cardinals. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Went out there again, and Frost couldn't lay off. He goes down on strike, swinging for the 2nd out here in the top of the 6th. Brings Jay Campbell, the 3rd baseman, up. Campbell's 1 for 3 with a single back in the 1st. Lee at first, 2 outs, top of the inning. The runner goes and then goes back. Starts and stops. Swing and a miss by Campbell, 0-1. Again, we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, watching on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're tuning in from. As long as you have the internet, you can be watching from anywhere. 0-1. And a check to first. His throws are like sinkers. He's throwing sinkers over to Jack Anderson, and thankfully for him, he's catching them. 0-1. And another throw to first. This one was better. Oh, 1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball in the dirt, and catcher comes down with it. Throw back to first, not in time. Two balls and a strike now. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. Throw to second, and he is out by a mile. Tagged right on the helmet. And that'll do it in the top of the 6th. Caught stealing is Lee. And this remains a 1-run game. 2-1 Cardinals. We go to the last of the 6th. We're back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Topher Jones will lead off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. As Grant Francisco will come back to the mound. He got 2 big outs last half inning to keep his team in the lead. First pitch to Jones misses inside, ball 1. Topher 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out tonight. Get to some history in this inning, June 11th in baseball history. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by him, 1-1. Jones trying to get the inning started right for the home Express. Swing and a miss, blew it by him, 1-2. And that's fouled away. Today in baseball history, 1906 in Boston, the Boston Nationals' Dave Brain makes a Major League record 5 errors at third base. Don't know if he ever played a game after that. 1-2. And a chopper to short. Quezada will charge. He will throw to first in time. And the Express offense continues to be pretty quiet tonight. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
The catcher, number 19, Jacob Payne.
Brings Jacob Payne to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Just looking for some energy here are the Express, trailing by just a run. The pitch misses, ball 1. One out. And that's in there, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And a breaking ball in there, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And that's popped up, first base side, foul territory, out of play. 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Today in 1957, in a 7-2 loss to the Braves, Dodger catcher Roy Campanella hits his 237th career home run, surpassing Gabby Hartnett and Yogi Berra. 2-2. Up and in. 3-2. Here's the pitch, and it is a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be off the glove of the shortstop into the outfield, and a base hit for Jacob Payne. First hit for Strasburg since the third inning, and the tying run aboard here in the bottom of the sixth.
658. You've got till the end of the inning to claim your $300. Pink ticket 279-658. The batter, number 14, Jack Anderson.
So Payne is aboard for Anderson, the go-ahead run. And he bloops it into right center. This is going to be down for a base hit. And getting into second is Payne. So first and second with one out, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. Apologize, we're having some lag issues with the video right now. I'll try to get that straightened out here as soon as possible. So runners at first and second, one out for Jake McCarter. And the pitch. And a chopper foul left side. It is 0-1. Having some video issues right now, so please give us a second to get that corrected. 0-1 the count, and that's a called strike. And it's 0-2. And a swing and a foul tip held on to. And that is out number 2.
The DH, number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
So Christian De Los Santos will step in. And the pitch, fouled back. Oh, 1. Checking the runner in the pitch. And a breaking ball misses down and in. Should have our camera issues resolved. Apologize for that. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 hits in the inning for the Express. The big issue has been getting them across the plate. The pitch. That's in there. It's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Strasburg down 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Pitcher having trouble as he looks in for his signs. Francisco still looking in, and De Los Santos calls time. And he's going to call the catcher Embry to the mound. Again, 2 hits in the inning. Strasburg hadn't had a hit since the 3rd. That was a single by Mosley. Here's another rare fact tonight, just 1 extra base hit, and that was the home run by Castillo back in inning number 2 for the Express. Can De Los Santos get a hold of one for the first time this season and give the Express a lead in the big way, or can Francisco get the punch out? 1-2, and that is way outside. 2-2. Or does he single and tie the game, which works just as good? 2-2. And that is outside. 3-2. Runners will be on the move here on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Grant Francisco looking in. He comes set, the tall righty. Checking the runner at second, and the pitch. And high ball 4. De Los Santos lays off, and the bases are full for Strasburg here with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
Now batting number 3, Eddie Castillo.
All right, Castillo, he's been on twice. Home run and a walk. Bases full, 2 outs. And he takes for a strike. Big first pitch strike there from Francisco. It's 0-1. 2-1 Cardinals. We play here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1. And he pops him up in the infield. And the struggles continue offensively for the Express as they leave 3 men on. And we go to the 7th. 2-1 Cardinals on the Express Baseball Network. Two to one Cardinals as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Thank you for joining us tonight. Kyle Gutschall with you from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. First pitch of the 7th inning to Jake Campbell is a ball down and away. It's been a game of left on base. Men left on. Strasburg 3-5-7 left on. Front Royal 3-5-8-9 left on through 7 or 6. That is high. Ball 2. Judd Hildreth still on the mound for the Express. behind in the count, 2-0. And 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Campbell, who is 1 for 3 with a base hit back in the first. .30 is in there, 3-1. Today in 1961 at Tiger Stadium, Norm Cash becomes the first Detroit player to hit a fair ball over the right field roof. And ball 4, it's a leadoff walk. So Dylan Weinbrenner will step up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Single in the first, hit by a pitch in the 5th.
Now batting number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner.
So Weinbrenner will step in here. Cardinals would love to add on to their 1-run lead. This is so much different than the first time these two teams played. First pitch is inside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. And that's in there. Today in 1966, Ernie Banks ties a modern Major League record with 3 triples as Chicago wins 8-2 in the Astrodome. 1-1. Breaking ball low, 2-1. Dangerous count here for Weinbrenner. Swing and a miss. He was trying to do something big, 2-2. Today in 1981, the White Sox beat the Yankees 3-2, handing pitcher Doug Bird his first loss since August 16th of 1978. On this day in 1981. Throw to first, checking the runner back in safely. Today in 1985, Phillies outfielder Von Hayes becomes the first Major League player ever to hit 2 home runs in the first inning, as Philadelphia blasts the Mets 26-7. And on the pitch, he is hit by a pitch. And it's first and second with nobody out. So Weinbrenner hit for the second consecutive plate appearance.
Orange ticket. Check your numbers. 942-188. Good for $100.
So first and second, nobody out for Hessemeyer.
Having a hard time giving away money here.
Hessemeyer likely be bunting here. He's walked and struck out twice, and again, you got to make teams earn them. Cardinals have done really nothing yet in this inning. They've walked and been hit by a pitch.
Second baseman, number 26, Caden Hessemeyer.
So Hessemeyer will step in here from the right side again. I've got to think he's going to be bunting. I think it's pretty much 100% that he will be. He does show, and it's ball 1. Saw this in Harrisonburg on Sunday. You had a guy in Harrisonburg that was trying to give himself up and bunt, and Strasburg didn't want to take it. He ended up reaching on a bunt single after falling behind. I think it was a 3-2 or 3-1. He shows again and fouls it back, 1-1. Today in 1995, Mark McGwire hits 3 home runs in consecutive at-bats and ties the Major League record of 5 homers in consecutive games, leading Oakland to an 8-1 win over Boston. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, top 7. Strasburg in trouble here. Cardinals trying to get some insurance across. He does not show, and he lines it in the center. It's a base hit. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the 7th.
First baseman, number 8, Biggie Figueroa.
So Figueroa will step in. That is hit number 6 on the game for Strasburg. So a walk, a hit by pitch, and a single. Bases full, nobody out for the lefty Figueroa. He's 1 for 3, grounded out his last time up. Really don't understand the middle infielders being back here. Unless you're confident you can get some runs across, which hasn't been possible yet. He went around on the first pitch. It's 0-1. So the corners are about a foot, 2 feet in front of the bags, first and third. Middle infielders are playing back to turn 2. So Strasburg is surrendering a run here if they do get the ball up the middle, which again, you've only scored 1 run all game. We'll see. 0-1. And a swing and a miss goes after a breaking ball down and out of the zone. It's 0-2. Big pitch coming up here to Figueroa, the Front Royal first baseman. Say that 5 times fast. 0-2. Hildreth looking for a big punch out. And he misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a violation. It's 2-2. The pitch. Breaking ball hit the second, and this is what I was saying here. They might get 2, and they do not. Again, you're playing the infield in there. You get an out at the plate. Instead, a run scores. It's 3-1, and men at first and third with 1 out. Big insurance run for the Cardinals.
Right fielder number 18, Jackson Hill.
So after the leadoff walk, he comes in to score. Weinbrenner moves to third. Hessemeyer erased on the fielder's choice. Figueroa, RBI on the ground out. 3-1. Runner still at first and third. And a ground ball to first. They're going to hold the runner. They're going to go to second for the double play, and he is out. Bad base running out there by Figueroa. It didn't slide into the bag, and the double play is turned nicely there by Anderson and the Express. So they give up the 1 run, and the deficit is now 2. 3-1, time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg down 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Perrin Bland leading off, and he takes up and in, ball 1. Big insurance run for Front Royal in the top of the 7th, but could have been a lot worse for Strasburg. They turned the double play. 3 unassisted, and then going to second to get the out. Bland fouls it off. It's 1-1. Strasburg trying to find the offensive output here late in this ball game. Bland is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Grant Francisco back to the rubber for another inning. And a liner to second that is going to be fielded and thrown to first in time. And there's one out here in the bottom of the 7th for Strasburg. Back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Tanner Harden, the second baseman. And that's going to be it appears, for Francisco. Cardinals going to the bullpen, going to the left-hander. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this on the Express Baseball Network. Here's Tanner Harden against the new pitcher, Gavin Alston. Excuse me. So Alston takes over for Grant Francisco. Alston, a 6'1" lefty out of Jackson State Community College. Facing Tanner Harden here with nobody on and one out in the 7th, the pitch. And that's now called a strike, 1-1. Final line for Francisco. He was very good tonight for the Cardinals. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Harden takes for a strike, 1-2. Still just 5 hits tonight for Express hitters. The 1-2. And a high fly into center coming in. That's going to be dropped. Dropped by the center fielder. Harden going for second. Here's the throw. Not in time. That's going to be scored an error out there on Lee. That's a play he's got to make. He's under it, and he just drops it. So Harden with a hustle to get into second on the E8. That's the first error of the game for the Cardinals. Well, at first off the bat, it looked like he was going to get there, and then suddenly it was like, wow, this thing is dropping quicker than anyone thought it was going to drop, and still a play he's got to make. He's right there under it, and it falls out of the glove. Here's Mosley. Go ahead, tying run at the plate now, and he takes high, ball one. So 1-0 the count with one out in the bottom of the seventh. Mosley takes outside, 2-0. Cardinals 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Strasburg 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. 2-0, the count to Mosley. And he takes for a strike, 2-1. Very similar to the last at-bat. He was in a 2-0 count, then he took 2 strikes and ended up striking out. He is 1 for 3 tonight, but he does have a couple of punch-outs. Facing the left-hander here. Gavin Alston, the pitch. And 3-1. Topher Jones, the third baseman, on deck. If Mosley can get on, it would bring the go-ahead run to the plate. Left-hander Gavin Alston looking in. He comes set. Checks the runner at second and delivers. Swing and a miss. Big hack there from Brett Mosley. Can't connect. It's 3-2. Harden out there at second after the leadoff error that turned into 2 bases. 3-2 popped up, left side, foul territory, giving it a look. It's out of play. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Two final scores around the league. Purcellville beat Woodstock 5-3, and Harrisonburg beat Covington 2-1. 3-2. Pitcher sets. And a swing and a miss. And Mosley down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight, and that's going to be it for the left-hander. Front Royal managing this game like it's Game 3 of the Valley League Championship, going to the pen again. And we'll tell you about the new arm right after this. All right, pitching change for the Cardinals with a runner at second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Liam Powell. Powell out of Keystone College from Phillipsport, New York. 6'3" righty, 188. And he will face Topher Jones, who is the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th. And it is hit down the right field line, but foul towards the Cardinal bullpen. Catch was nearly made. I don't think it was. It's 0-1. Ground out to start the inning, then an error that allowed Harden to get the second, and then a strikeout of Brett Mosley. Oh, 1. Powell sets, keeps an eye on the runner and deals. And a liner to second, and a great pick at second will save a run. And it holds a 3-1 game as we go to the 8th. Just one of those games for the Express tonight. We will be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Three to 1 Cardinals as we go to the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Embry, Quezada, and Lee. New pitcher for the Express, the tall right-hander out of Florida Atlantic, Justin Gay. And his first pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Cardinals a run in the 2nd, a run in the 4th, and a run in the 7th. And for Strasburg, just a run in the 2nd. They have left and boatloads of players on base. 6 over the last 3 innings. Oh, 1. And that's low, 1-1. One ball, one strike to the Front Royal catcher. Home run back in the second. And low again, 2-1. Two one is popped up, and that's playable. Is it going to be a foul out? No, it's going to go back fair. And a fly out in foul territory, a pop out in, a pop out in fair territory for the first out here in the eighth.
Shortstop, number 15, Josh Quezada.
There's Josh Quezada, the shortstop, 0 for 2, walked back in the fourth inning. Strikeout and the ground out. And that's fouled away, 0-1. The righty Gay deals, and that's a strike. Numbers on the year for Justin. He's thrown 4 innings. He's got six strikeouts and an ERA of 4.50. Finds one that he likes. Tall righty from the stretch. Sets. And delivers. Breaking ball. Called ball 1. Batter asked, was that a splitter? Catcher shook his head no and said it was a curveball. If I'm the catcher, I'm going to say no when it really is. That way you can mess with him a little bit. 1-2. Fastball. Called ball 2. Umpire and catcher talking a little bit back there. As a pitcher, you've got to have a lot of these. 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Good job there by Gay getting him out in front. And quick 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Lineup goes back to the top for Front Royal. And Darrell Lee. Lee 1 for 4. 2 foul outs, a strikeout, a single in the 6th, and then he was caught stealing. 2-6. Strasburg down 3-1, top 8. They'll have 4, 5, 6 due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hoping to only be down 2. The pitch. That's in there. Very close to the pitch last at bat. 0-1. Long look in, Gay deals. That popped out of his hand a little bit prematurely. It's 1-1. Express looking for a 1-2-3 inning. It would be the first of the game for the Express. That's fouled back. Now, I will say they faced the minimum in the 6th inning, but it wasn't a 1-2-3 inning. One and 2. The pitch to Lee. Swing and a miss. Throwing down is the catcher, and a 1-2-3 inning for Strasburg pitching. Nice job out there by the right-hander, Justin Gay. 3-1, Strasburg trailing. They've got 2 more cracks at it. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Bottom of the 8th, Strasburg down 3-1. Liam Powell still on the mound for the Cardinals. And he is facing Payne, Anderson, and McCarter here in the bottom of the inning. Fouled back, 1-1. Strasburg 6 outs to work with here. They came in with the best average in the Valley League, best slugging percentage. Pretty much everything offensively, but it's just been one of those games. Still time, though, to pull it out. More of the bugs are starting to arrive at the ballpark as we progress through June, especially out in left field. Ooh. 1-1. Fouled back. Question is, where's the skunk? Oh, that's right. He was taken out back. Forgot it. One, two, and that's fouled away. One ball and 2 strikes to the catcher, Jacob Payne. Singled his last time up, one of the 5 hits tonight for Strasburg. Powell sets and deals. And that is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, as a pitcher, you'd like to have it. Two. Outside again. Pitcher Powell smiling and laughing as he comes off the mound like, really? All right, well, a ball here, and that could set serious repercussions into action here for the Cardinals. Nobody getting warm. The leadoff walk would be huge. 3-2. And a high fly ball, but foul. That ball was crushed. That might have left the school campus here and started rolling towards the street out there. Holy cow. No Freezy Pop will be earned for that one. Holy cow. We'll do it again, 3-2. And a high fly to left center. It's well struck, but it's going to stay in the park. That ball died out there in the air. I think if that's hit in the first inning, that's gone. But it stays in the park, and a big-time fly out for the first out in the 8th inning. It brings up Jack Anderson. He's 1 for 3 as well. Looked good off the bat, just missed it. All right, now 1 out here in this 8th inning. Anderson steps in for the 4th time tonight. And that's up and in, ball 1. Some pretty good velocity from Powell on that fastball. Temperature dropping a little bit at the ballpark, but the humidity feels like it just continues to rise. That is hit in the air. That's to left center. Almost tripping out there is Lee, but he's got room, and similar spot, similar result. Back-to-back flyouts, 2 outs in the 8th, and here's McCarter, the left fielder, 0 for 3.
Left fielder number 8, Jake McCarter.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Woodstock River Bandits already lost tonight, so they have fallen out of the tie for first. They're now 6-4. The winner of this game will have sole possession of first place in the North Division 10 games in. So about a fourth of the way through. McCarter takes a strike, 0-1. Cardinals will have 2, 3, 4 due up in the top of the 9th, leading possibly by 3-1 or by a 3-1 score, unless Strasburg can get something going here at 2 outs. McCarter way out in front, cutting the miss, 0-2. Powell doing what he wants out there. He had only thrown an inning this year coming into this game. No strikeouts and no ERA, and he's looking for a 1-2-3 inning here, albeit a couple of pretty good swings by the Express. Long look in the 0-2. That is down and away, 1-2. Powell still trying to hit that outside corner. Sees one he likes, comes set, and the 1-2. That's fouled off. Be curious to see who the Cardinals decide to go to in the 9th inning. I doubt they'll stick with Powell unless they're trying to get some length here toward the end of this game, but bullpen kind of fell apart for him in the last matchup when these two teams played. That's outside again. He still hasn't been able to hit that spot. It's 2-2. Don't want to put a base runner on because that would bring the tying run to the plate. And in this ballpark here in Strasburg, a lead is never safe. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And the Cardinals just 3 outs away from winning this game, and they've got one more chance to add on to their 3-1 lead as we go to the 9th on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the ninth inning. It is Isaiah Frost, 2-3-4 for the Cardinals. Facing the right-hander, Gay. That's lined in the left. That's going to be caught. Nice play out there on the run by McCarter. And Frost hit it hard, but he is out number one. Jay Campbell, the third baseman, will step in. He's been on twice tonight. A single in the first, walk and a run scored in the seventh. The pitch. That's down and away. Ball one. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Express, they will be on the road at Charlottesville tomorrow night before returning home on Friday to take on the Newmarket Rebels. 1-0. That's inside, ball two. So at Charlottesville Thursday, which is tomorrow, at home Friday against Newmarket, at Purcellville Saturday, and we're back here on Father's Day Sunday against Waynesboro. That's a 6 o'clock start. 2-0. That is a strike, 2-1. Excuse me, it's called ball three. Three and 0 to Campbell. And that is called a strike. Top of the ninth here in Strasburg. Coming up on 3 hours in this one. Two of the top three teams in the North Division. Both at 6-3. 3-1. And fouled off. Count is now full, 3-2. Dylan Weinbrenner, the DH, is on deck. He's been hit twice and singled. He's hit twice, actually 3 times, because he got hit at second base earlier too, going back into the base. So he's got the sombrero of hit by pitches, or hits, getting hits. 3-2, and a foul out of play behind us. Culpeper has defeated Winchester 8-4. 3-2. And a swing and a miss. He went after what looked like ball 4, down and in. Back-to-back outs for Gay here in the ninth inning, and it brings Weinbrenner to the plate. A couple other games going on right now. Waynesboro is leading Newmarket 8-6 in the top of the ninth. And Stanton is leading Charlottesville 6-5 in the top of the eighth. Weinbrenner steps in, the right-hander. And he takes for a strike, 0-1. Well, so far, Justin Gay has faced 5, and he's retired all 5. Couple of flyouts to center, couple of strikeouts swinging, and a line out to left. 0-1. And that skips. Did it get all the way over? It did not. Comes back down and hits the umpire. Nearly fell into his, let me get this right, his bag. No. His ball. 1-1. Trust me, I made that mistake before. 1-2 the count now as Justin fires it in again. Again, Strasburg will have 7, 8, 9. De Los Santos, Castillo, and Bland due up in the bottom of the ninth. See if they can pull some magic out here. Meanwhile, they're trying to get this last out of the top of the inning, and they get it. Justin Gay faces 6. He gets all 6. Credit to him. Throwing strikes and getting outs. And it holds as a 3-1 game as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Can Strasburg come back, or will the Cardinals win it and take over the lead in the North Division? Going back to the pen of the Cardinals. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Express down to their final 3 outs, and they will face the right-hander Matthew Ruiz. Ruiz taking over here in the bottom of the 9th, looking to lock down the save. 5'10" righty from Panola Junior College out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And the pitch. Low, ball 1 to Christian De Los Santos. He has struck out, he has been hit by a pitch, and he has walked tonight. Castillo on deck for the Express, just trying to give themselves a chance here. 1-0. And a liner in the left center. It's going to be down for a base hit. And the tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th. Another good swing by De Los Santos. And that is the 6th hit of the game for the Express. For Ruiz, 3 innings this year, 4 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3.00. Looking for his first save of the year. He's only walked 1 man in the 3 innings so far. Castillo steps in, and the first pitch is down and away, ball 1. A pinch hitter is on deck for the Express. Looking like it is Aiden Stewart. 1-0. Swing and a foul ball. Castillo was trying to make this a 3-3 game. It's 1-1. Aiden Stewart appears to be on deck. He's off to a great start out of the University of Delaware. So he would pinch hit for Bland, but we got to get there first. De Los Santos at first. Castillo at the plate. Homered back in the second. 1-1. Swing and a high fly. It's deep. Center field. And this ball game is tied in the bottom of the 9th. 2-run home run for Castillo, his 2nd of the game. And the Express have come all the way back finally here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 runs to tie it. And it's 3-all on the 2nd home run of the game by Eddie Castillo.
Express, number 47, Aiden Stewart.
How about that swing from Castillo? Deepest part of the park, and a pinch hitter here for the Express. Now the winning run coming to the plate, and Aiden Stewart out of the University of Delaware. Still nobody out. This inning started with a base hit by De Los Santos and then the home run by Castillo. So if you've stuck with us tonight, you've gotten to see a tie game. First pitch to Stewart is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Stewart 5 for 10 so far this year, hitting .500 with 3 RBIs. That pitch misses 1-1. So a blown save now for Matthew Ruiz. He's come in and given up a couple of hits, including the game-tying home run. 1-1 to Stewart. Inside, nearly hit him, 2-1. Top of the lineup is next for Strasburg here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Tanner Harden. Stewart trying to get on and get the winning run on base. 2 balls and a strike. And a foul out of play. It is 2-2. Strasburg now out hitting the Cardinals of Front Royal 7-6. Both teams with 3 runs. Strasburg with 1 more hit. Both teams with 1 error. 2-2 to Stewart. And that is fouled away. Losing a ton of baseballs tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, a Castillo home run, his second of the game to tie it here in the bottom of the 9th. Stewart takes up and then it's 3-2. Cardinals led this game all the way from the 4th inning and then extended the lead in the 7th. 3-2 coming to Stewart. And a swing and a miss. He checked his swing, he went around, and he goes down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the 9th. And it brings Tanner Harden to the plate. Probably ball 4 there if Stewart could have laid off, but those high fastballs are typically hard to let go by. All right, Tanner Harden, top of the lineup now. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd and the 5th, reached on an error in the 7th. The pitch. That is in there, 0-1. Well, if we get to the point of the Cardinals hitting again, they would have 5, 6, and 7 due up. 0-1, and that is fouled out of play. And it's quickly 0-2. Well, if Harden can get on or can't get the job done here, what a good opportunity for the next man, Mosley, to kind of right the ship after a little bit of a tough night tonight. He's on deck. We'll see what comes up here. 0-2. And a ground ball up the middle. It's softly hit. He's going to have to hurry the throw, and it is in time. Looked like his foot was off the base, but the base umpire says out number 2. Quezada had to rush the throw, and looked like Figueroa pulled the foot off, but he's called out. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, and here comes Brett Mosley. Mosley, strikeout in the 1st, single in the 3rd, and then struck out again in the 5th and the 7th. The pitch. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. 3-3 our score in the bottom of the 9th as we eclipse the 3-hour mark in tonight's ball game. 0-1. Got the breaking ball again, but he laid off for a ball, 1-1. So 2 home runs tonight for Strasburg, both by the 8-hitter Eddie Castillo in the 2nd and the 9th. 1-1. Down and in, and that hit him. Umpire didn't make a signal. Now he does. So he is hit by a pitch, and the go-ahead winning run is on first for Topher Jones. And it looks like Front Royal is going to stick with their man here. Don't know. They've got somebody just now getting throwing. So Jones has an opportunity to be the hero here in the ninth. Singled in the first, he's grounded out a couple of times and popped out. First pitch misses, ball one. Big thing now for Front Royal is you've got to keep that runner out of scoring position. Mosley's got good speed out there. Topher Jones, the guy that puts the ball in play. So if you get Mosley to second, base hit might very well just win this game. 1-0. And a liner into right, and that is going to be caught. Line drive right at Hill. He makes the catch, and we are going to extra innings from Strasburg. Heading to the top of the 10th, Gay coming back to the mound for his third inning of work. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. All right, back to Strasburg. We go to the top of the 10th. Extra innings here. And the Cardinals will have up Hessemeyer, Figueroa, and Hill. Pinch runner at second is Sola Toshima. Justin Gay back to the mound for inning number 3. Will he bunt? He does not. It's swinging a foul ball, 0-1. Hessemeyer tonight, a walk, a strikeout, and a single. And just if you're wondering why there's a runner at second, that because the Valley League plays by the international tiebreaker rule. Oh, 0-1. And the pitch. And a ground ball foul. So one out here on the big punch out by Hessemeyer. Apologize, we're trying to get our scoring program correct here. Extra innings always seems to cause some issues. So Figueroa batting with a runner at second and 1 out. The count is 1-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out here in the top of the 10th. Justin Gay checks the runner at second. Time is called. And a pitch clock violation. It's 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike now. Of course, that happens in the 10th inning, right? 2-1. And a high fly to right. I think it's going to stay in the park. It is. The catch is made at the wall. Castillo fires into second. There are 2 outs. Wow. The air is not friendly right now to the fly ball. 2 outs. That's a huge second out. Just barely stayed in. So the go-ahead run moves to third base now with 2 outs. Again, he got the start there at second because of the international tiebreaker. And here's Jackson Hill, hitless so far tonight. And a foul back, it's 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. 10th inning we play 3-3 Front Royal and Strasburg. The set and the pitch. That is a little bit high, 1-1. There is some bullpen activity for the Cardinals. Sounds like the fire siren going off. One. Breaking ball misses down and away, 2-1. Well, Gay trying to, he's been incredible tonight. He's come in and done his job. Now, if the run does score from which started at second, it would be an unearned run on the ledger for Gay, but it would obviously still give the Cardinals the lead. So if you're Strasburg, you really want to keep them from scoring that go-ahead run. 2-1 now. And it's fouled back, and the count is 2-2, and Justin Gay is a strike away from keeping the Cardinals from scoring here in the 10th inning. Two is hit down the left field line, and that's going to be a fair ball. The run comes in to score, and the Cardinals score the extra inning runner. It's 4-3. Had him down 2 outs, but he gets it done. Good piece of hitting there on the RBI double by Hill. His first hit of the game, he just kept it fair down the line. So it's 4-3. That was an unearned run. And now you've got to hold them right here if you're Strasburg. You can't allow 2. Here's Embry, the catcher. Hit a home run earlier. The pitch. And a chopper to third. Short hop, throw to first in time. And Strasburg holds them to just 1 run. Will that be enough, or can Strasburg tie or win? Another arm coming out of the bullpen for the Cardinals, and another save opportunity. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Front Royal 4, Strasburg 3. We're back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Back to baseball, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Matthew Kennecke comes in for the save opportunity, and his first pitch misses, ball one. Cardinals blew a save in the bottom of the ninth. Trying to hold on to this one. It'll be Payne, Anderson, and McCarter due up for Strasburg. Tying run is placed at second base, and Topher Jones. 1-0. That's low, 2-0. Cardinals scored the run in the top of the 10th with 2 outs and 2 strikes to take a 4-3 lead. They now try to hold on after nearly having it ripped away in the bottom of the 9th and now leading by a run. 2-0 the count. And that is a called strike. Looked like it was in the dirt, 2-1. Payne tonight 1 for 4. Just trying to get that runner over to third. Give the Express a chance here in the 10th. 2-1. That's low and in the ground, 3-1. Jack Anderson's on deck. Numbers for Kennecke on this season. 2 2/3, 5 strikeouts, and a 3.37 ERA. He's behind 3-1 here. Righty sets and deals. And that's low, ball 4, and the Express have the winning run at first. Tying run at second, nobody out in the 10th.
First baseman, number 14, Jack Anderson.
So can Anderson come up big? And the next question is, do you bunt here? I think it's a legitimate question. Big thing is you've got to get that tying run over to third base here. It has to be a productive at-bat. First and second, nobody out. Bottom 10, the pitch. Fouled off the fists. It's 0-1. Four to 3 Cardinals we play here in the bottom of the 10. Thanks for staying up with us. It's 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. So Jones placed at second, part of the international tiebreaker rule. Jacob Payne draws the walk, and now Jack Anderson out of James Madison University in a 1-1 count. That's in there, 1 and 2. Jake McCarter is on deck, and he is 0 for 4. Got to get him over here. 1-2. And that is outside. Good take there from Anderson, and a good job by the catcher. Can't forget, Embry's got to be very careful back there. A ball to the backstop and a single could potentially lose this game for the Cardinals. Both teams with 7 hits. Cardinals 3 outs away from winning this game. And Anderson hits it in the air to center. It's not deep. Runner is not going to be able to tag, and there is 1 out. It's a big first out for the Cardinals.
Left fielder, number 8, Jake McCarter.
And it brings Jake McCarter to the plate, trying to get off the schneid tonight, 0 for 4 with a couple of punch outs. Time is called, and we've got a pinch runner coming in for the Express, so they're going to go to number 10. That is Jade Douglas. So Douglas will come in to run for Payne. Add some more speed to the base paths for the Express. So McCarter will step in out of High Point, trying to come up with what could be his biggest knock of the season. Big hole in the right side of the infield, the pitch. Breaking ball in there, 0-1. Jack Anderson flew out to center, couldn't get the runners across, or over, I should say. And now McCarter trying to do so with De Los Santos on deck. 0-1. And nearly hit him. He moved his arm out of the way, 1-1. Low, 2-1. Bottom of the 10th. Express extended this game with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th. Cardinals with a 2-out double in the top of the 10th. And now threatening are the Express. Stepping off kind of awkwardly there is the right-hander, but he spins and throws it to second. So count is still 2-1. That's high, ball 3 with Christian De Los Santos on deck, who has been on base 3 times tonight, including the base hit that started the rally in the bottom of the 9th. Again, a save opportunity here for the second time in 2 innings for the Cardinals. Ruiz couldn't get it done in the bottom of the 9th. 3-1. And that's a called strike. McCarter had already thrown the bat. And it's 3-2. So the zone might have just gotten a little bit bigger after he tossed the bat prematurely. 3-2 with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. It's up to De Los Santos. So 2 outs. De Los Santos steps in. Runners at first and second. And that's outside, ball 1. Strasburg really tonight have struggled a lot offensively. If it weren't for Castillo, they would have really been in trouble tonight. Castillo, in fact, is on deck. The 1-0 to De Los Santos. And he pops him up, and this is going to do it. The Express lose tonight by a final score of 4-3. They can't move the runners in extra innings, and Cardinals end up winning this game after it looked like they were going to let it get away from them. 4-3 the final here tonight from Strasburg. So with the loss, Strasburg falls to 6-4. Front Royal up to 7-3, and they are in sole possession of first place in the North Division. Winning pitcher tonight in this ball game ends up being Matthew Ruiz, even though he gave up the lead. The loser is Justin Gay. He gave up an unearned run, so a bad luck loss for him. And the save goes to the right-hander for the Cardinals, Matthew Koeneke. Cardinals are 7-3. Strasburg falls to 6-4. The Express are at Charlottesville tomorrow night. 7 o'clock start. And back here on Friday to host Newmarket at 7 o'clock. Front Royal wins it by a score of 4-3 in 10 innings. They are 7-3. Strasburg falls to 6-4. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again from Strasburg on Friday night. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2025 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.